a night for the ladies. What's up, this your girl Tay for Ladies Night YouTube. And today I'm going to talk about these sex dolls that we've been seeing floating around the internet. I'm going to make this short and sweet because the whole situation is really quite interesting to me. First, I want to focus on the fact that there's a lot of guys out here that's really getting wet in the seat of their pants. But it's I've been seeing some dudes that's yo, these sex dolls are they changing the game. They supposed to take the place of women and this, that, and the third. And then I have a couple of dudes that I seen that was yo, ain't no doll gonna take the place of no real woman, this, that, and the third. And I gotta say, I kind of was flattered by the dude that actually stood up for the ladies, yeah, I would hope that a sex doll can't take the place of warm companionship, but hey, if that's your thing, that's your thing. Now, we're not only going to talk about the men who've been experiencing a little bit of, lost intimacy, so they feel that they need a doll, or that a doll would be a little bit more sufficient for their needs than an actual woman. Because let's be real, ladies do have toys and ladies do have smart mouths, and we do have a habit of being we don't need a man, blah, 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 I got my toy, this, that, and the third. But if you talk to a real woman, she's going to tell you there's nothing like the real thing, period, point blank. A toy is a toy is a toy. If you and your partner are kinky enough, y'all can share the toy. You know what I mean? But in real life, who is going to pay $2,000 for a real life doll? I'll tell you who. Some creepy ass people. Because I was doing a search on this sex doll thing, and trust and believe me, it goes from sex doll to porn real quick. And I do mean real quick. I also want to point out the fact that apparently these sex dolls are a real companionship type, fetish type, sicko, pedophile, borderline crazy type thing. This is not just, oh, we gonna joke about it on the internet. Because don't get me wrong, I heard a couple of those comments. I seen a couple of the videos. And some of the dudes, which are supposedly social media celebrity comics and whatnot, they were funny. A lot of those videos were kind of funny. One dude was yo, if you can't afford to take a real woman out on a $20 date, then you're definitely not going to pay $2,000 for a doll. If that's the case, you got your priorities messed up because you're really tripping, and that's why you can't get a woman. And then another dude is yo, it's just a doll. Women been talking about they sex toys replacing men for years. We finally got something to replace them, and whoop-de-whoop, no more man bashing. So my thing is, are we saying that it is okay to flip the script and say, okay, we're going to women bash since we feel so degraded as men, and we've been men bashed for years, and our feelings are so hurt that we're going to use these sex dolls and get back at the women? Which really, let's be real, some men enjoy watching women play with themselves. A lot of men, from my understanding and conversation wise, men like that type of shit. Women don't. So let's call a spade a spade. Don't make it one-sided. Because it is what it is. Some of y'all like to watch us play with our toys, and it gets you off. And then we both get off. Whereas on the opposite end of the stick, women don't want to watch no man play with no sex doll. That's not cute. That's not a turn on. That is so unattractive. It goes both ways when we got toys. It don't go both ways when y'all got toys. It does not look appealing in any way, shape, or form. So that is my rendition of it. And it's social media. It's an opinion. Get over it. Now, the other thing that I do want to just graze upon real quick fast is the fact that I did see some very disturbing things pertaining to these sex dolls, like pedophilia with sex dolls. And I also saw the She-Man sex doll. Really? These sex dolls are top of the line, next level, sicko type shit. And don't get me wrong. What you like is what you like. And that's your business. And I would much rather you play with a child sex doll than actually go to a park and try to play with a real doll, a real child. So if that's your thing, that's your thing. You might want to seek counseling, but I thank you for seeking self-control and getting a toy. That's all I'm going to say about that. The She-Man doll, I really don't have a comment for that. If that is your thing, that is your thing. I'm not going to hate on you. Do what you do, player. Or female, I'm sure that men and women both buy that he-she doll. I'm sure of that. In the society that we live in today, let's be real. People like what they like, and both men and women like both. So it was just amazing to see. I mean, the dolls don't look half bad. So, it just is what it is. I did not post the child or the She-Man because personally, it's disgusting. And if you get a She-Man, you won't know with clothes on. When you get the doll, you won't know the difference anyway. It's going to look like a female. But as far as actually promoting the joke that some people put behind the child doll thing, or the exposure that people think that they're trying to put behind the child doll thing, I think is just ridiculous for any level-minded adult. So I'm not going to post it. Just know that it's there. If you want to look it up, you can definitely do that. It's the internet. Have fun. It's been real.
A night for the ladies. A night for the ladies.